G'day, this video profiles the Palm Valley Gorge access track which runs from the Palm Valley campground up to the gorge. The reason we thought we'd put this video on is that we noticed quite a lot of people drive up to the gorge and a lot do walk because they don't want to drive up through the track. But a lot of the track itself follows the old waterway down through the gorge, and a lot of it is mostly bedrock. And there are some tricky bits to work through, just up and down a few little rock climbs here and there. But what's pretty obvious, and you'll probably notice this from the video, is that a lot of four-wheel drives are smashing their front diffs on some of the rocks. So it's causing a bit of grief, I suspect, to a few vehicles. I would recommend that you need a small lift in your four-wheel drive to head up this little track. Maybe just a 2-inch lift will be enough, and perhaps a little bit of careful driving just to avoid the little rocky bits here and there. So the track itself is actually fairly easy to drive. As you can see, some parts are just a normal road, but then up ahead we'll get into some bedrock areas which are quite interesting. For those of you who haven't been up to this location, as you'll note, the landscape is truly unique, and those rocky formations are just amazing. Here's a little bit, this is probably the trickiest bit to get through, where there's a little bit of water and there's like a little narrow line you just got to work through. Most people are having no dramas getting through here, even though it looks a bit sketchy. It's up further where there's a few rock step-ups here and there. And I was staggered at the diff markings on the rocks. It's just incredible how many people are smashing their cars on these rocks. This video is probably a little bit longer than I normally do for a track profile, but it's just important, I think, that people get a good look at this track just to understand the conditions are like all the way along. I'm not going to bother doing a commentary on every obstacle, but I hope it's useful for some people who are considering driving up to the gorge. Okay, enjoy the video. At this point we're starting to get well into the gorge, probably about 2/3 of the way up. I just love driving up these little tracks with rocky bases. I think they're great fun, but the landscape and all the obstacles are just amazing. But I do recall this was one of the areas where there was quite a lot of touching up on the rocks. The track's pretty well defined all the way, Sometimes there's been multiple tracks where people are going around obstacles, which is unfortunate because I don't think we want to have four drives just driving everywhere. It's good to stick to the main track, so I'd prefer to go over an obstacle rather than to drive right off the track and damage other sensitive areas. Okay, this is just the end of the track where the car park area is. It's just all on bedrock. And this is the start of the walk. So I hope you found this video informative, just in terms of understanding what the track conditions are like. There was nothing special as far as full driving goes, but just something to be of interest that people might find worthwhile watching. Here's just the start of the gorge itself, showing some of the palm trees. This is truly a spectacular location, and it just feels like you're stepping back in prehistoric times almost. Incredible to find these plant communities still existing in such a dry location. And what I really loved about the gorge was all the wetlands that are still present, which are just amazing ecosystems to find in this spot as well.